He traveled the country solving murders that he committed. Across the country, there was a man named Gabriel Reed. To the public, he was a gifted crime investigator, a genius profiler who could solve the coldest, most baffling murders. From Seattle to Miami, small towns and big cities alike called on him when the police hit dead ends. His calm demeanor and sharp intuition turned him into a legend in law enforcement circles. But behind those piercing eyes and confident stride lay a darkness no one suspected. Gabriel carried secrets heavier than the evidence he pieced together. He was haunted by his past, a past that was buried deep beneath layers of carefully constructed lies. One rainy night in a dimly lit motel room, Gabriel sat staring at an old leather-bound journal. The pages were filled with his own handwriting, notes, sketches, and chilling confessions. This journal was his truth, a confession no one would ever find, or so he thought. Gabriel's reputation grew with each solved case. He had an uncanny ability to walk into crime scenes and mentally replay the events that led to the victim's death. His insight was so profound, many believed he could read the minds of killers. But some cases haunted him more than others. There was the case of a woman found in a deserted barn. Her lifeless body posed like a twisted work of art. Gabriel's instincts told him the killer was someone close, someone who knew the victim's darkest secrets. When he closed the case, a strange relief washed over him, but only for a moment. Then came the case in a sleepy town where a man was strangled in his own home. Evidence pointed everywhere except the real killer. Gabriel's own notes from the case journal hinted at something darker, a familiarity he couldn't explain. A creeping suspicion began to gnaw at him. Had he seen this before? Was he more connected to these crimes than he wanted to admit? One cold autumn evening, Gabriel returned to the motel room to find something unsettling. The journal was gone. Panic rose in his chest as he realized someone else knew his secret, someone who had been watching him all along. Desperate, Gabriel followed the faint trail to a forgotten cabin deep in the woods. There, walls covered in photos and maps revealed the truth. Gabriel wasn't just a solver of murders. He was the murderer. Each case he solved was a crime he had committed, carefully staged, meticulously planned. His detective work was a twisted way to stay ahead of suspicion, to rewrite the narrative before anyone else could catch him. But why? The answer lay buried in his childhood, in memories of abuse, abandonment, and a fractured mind trying to reclaim control by playing both hunter and hunted. Just as the law closed in, Gabriel's final plan unfolded. He led detectives on a chase across state lines, always one step ahead. But the truth wasn't just that he committed these murders. It was that he believed he was delivering justice where the system failed. In a chilling final confession, Gabriel revealed his fractured mind had created an alter ego, a killer who punished the wicked, while the investigator persona cleared the innocent. A tragic hero in his own story. The twist? One last case remained unsolved, a disappearance connected to Gabriel's own family. As authorities dug deeper, they found a young boy who had witnessed everything but was too afraid to speak. Gabriel's own son, hidden away, the true victim of a man torn apart by his own darkness. Gabriel Reed's story spread like wildfire. A man who was both the hunter and the hunted, the justice and the crime. His downfall forced police departments nationwide to rethink how they trusted genius and how fragile the line between good and evil truly was. Behind the headlines, however, the true tragedy remained. A broken man, haunted by his demons, who created a world of lies to survive. And a son who would grow up learning that sometimes the monsters closest to us were the faces of heroes.